Everyone agreed about the need for change. They had bought into the change. They even expressed excitement when it was announced. But now, as you begin the planning and prepare to implement, people are getting cold feet. They're identifying reasons why it won't work, even re-questioning the need for it, and they can't seem to find the time to participate. You're frustrated, and your implementation is at risk. You're left wondering, what happened? You may be tempted to say they're resistant to change, but it's not resistance. It's more likely that you have confused buy-in with commitment. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the difference between buy-in and commitment and why it matters when you're leading change. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Dawn Marie Turner, President of Turner Change Management and creator of the Readiness Mindset. So what is the difference between buy-in and commitment? Put simply, buy-in is an agreement with an idea, whereas commitment is a decision to act. Someone can support an idea. Let's say, for example, apple pie. I ask you, would you like apple pie for dinner? And you say, oh, I love apple pie. But the idea of having apple pie for dinner doesn't mean that you would be willing to either make one or go out and buy one. And it's only when your employees are committed to something new or a desired outcome that they will engage in the activities and behaviors necessary to achieve that desired outcome, and more importantly, persevere through the discomfort of the transition. Here's an example of the difference between buy-in and commitment. Let's say you talk to a friend about skydiving. You get them excited. And they say, well, it sounds a little scary, but you like the idea. And then you go ahead and you book a skydiving session. And you pick them up, and maybe they won't even get into the car to go to the airport now, or they come up with all kinds of reasons after you've booked the session to say, nah, it's not the right time, it won't really work. And you're going, but we agreed. We talked about this. That's buy-in. Buy-in is liking the idea of getting on the plane or even going to the airport. Commitment is the getting on the plane and jumping out of the plane. When it comes to organizational change, buy-in and commitment are often used interchangeably. But as I said, they are very different. The buy-in represents that person's agreement about the value and the need for the change proposed. It represents the awareness phase on the continuum of change. Commitment to change comes after buy-in and works at a deeper level. Unlike buy-in, which works only at an intellectual level, commitment requires the person to connect and respond at an intellectual, emotional, and social level. The committed person has invested in the change. She recognizes that her success or failure is tied to the success or failure of the change initiative. When you're committed to an outcome, you're willing to take the time, the energy, and actions needed for success, even when it's uncomfortable. Now, buy-in is important. You need it, that initial agreement for the change. Without that initial agreement of the need or desire to do something different, you can't get to the next level, which is the commitment to take the actions, to engage in those activities. Okay, so if buy-in is the first step and commitment comes later, one of the questions you may have is, how do I know whether I'm just working with buy-in or I have real commitment to take the initiative to the next level? The easiest way to differentiate between buy-in and commitment is to listen, engage in conversation, and observe. Buy-in is demonstrated in our language, but commitment is demonstrated in action. If you or your team are talking about a change or doing something different, but not taking any action, then that's agreement. That's awareness. That's buy-in. If they're starting to take action or made the decision to act, then you're starting to get and may have the commitment you need to move forward. In an upcoming video, I'll share with you what to do when your employees don't agree and don't buy in. And I'll also share with you in another video how to build commitment for change. If you haven't yet already, hit that subscribe button to be notified when the videos are available. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.